in-person classes in educational institutions to continue, says Deepu Moni. PM pledges to change people's fate by materializing Bangabandhu's dream. 19 people, including 9 children, die as fire ravages New York apartment building. Assalamu alaikum. This is Shafia Haqpiu welcoming you all to Evening News. You have just heard the headlines. Now let's move on to the details. Education Minister Deepu Moni today said that the students' in-person classes in the educational institutions would continue. The decision was taken following a meeting with the National Technical Advisory Committee on COVID-19 on Sunday night, she said. Deepu Moni further said that the government is planning to give first dose vaccines to all students aged between 12 and 18 years by January 31. The minister briefed reporters about the decision at a press conference at the Secretariat in Dhaka this morning. She said that for the last 2 weeks, the rates of coronavirus infection cases was increasing. The total number of students aged between 12 and 18 years are 1,16,23,322, while 44 lakh of them got the first dose and 4,19,554 got the second dose, she said. Deepu Moni also said that they were closely monitoring the situation and would meet the NTAC 7 days later.
আওতায় চলে এসেছে এবং এই মাসের মধ্যে বাকি সবাই আমরা আশা করছি টিকার আওতায় সকলেই চলে আসবেন অন্ততপক্ষে এক ডোজ টিকা সকলেরই হয়ে যাবে তো সেই পরিস্থিতিতে আমরা যেটি সিদ্ধান্ত নিয়েছি যে এখন শিক্ষা প্রতিষ্ঠান বন্ধ আমরা করব না
Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina today vowed to change the lot of the distressed people by transforming Bangladesh into a developed and prosperous country as envisioned by the father of the nation, calling upon all to work from their respective positions to advance the country, maintaining the existing progress. The government will bring smile on the faces of distressed people and build a Sonar Bangla free from poverty and hunger, she said. The Prime Minister reiterated her commitment, saying that she would implement the dream of the father of the nation by changing the fate of the distressed people. She said this while virtually presiding over a discussion titled Mukto Swadeshe Jatir Pita from her official Ganobhabon residence marking 50 years of father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's homecoming after the country's independence. Sheikh Hasina, elder daughter of Bangabandhu, said their target is to shape the fate of the people for which her father struggled throughout his life.
একজন রাষ্ট্রপতিকে হত্যা না এই আঘাতটা ছিল একটা স্বাধীন দেশের আদর্শকে হত্যা করা চেতনাকে হত্যা করা 15ই আগস্টের পর থেকে যারা ক্ষমতায় এসেছিল তারা এভাবেই রাষ্ট্রটা চালিয়েছিল সেখানে 15ই আগস্টের খুনি স্বাধীনতা বিরোধী যুদ্ধাপরাধী মানবাধিকার লঙ্ঘনকারী তারাই ক্ষমতায় বসেছিল
Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina today paid rich tributes to Bangladesh's founding president Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman on the occasion of the homecoming day of the great leader. The Prime Minister, along with her younger sister Sheikh Rihana, also the youngest daughter of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, paid the homage by placing wreath at the portrait of the country's founding president in front of Bangabandhu Memorial Museum at Dhanmondi in Dhaka in the morning. After laying the wreath, the Prime Minister stood in solemn silence for some time as a mark of profound respect to the memory of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the architect of the independence. Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the supreme commander of the country's liberation war, returned to the sacred soil of independent Bangladesh via London and New Delhi on January 10, 1972, after 290 days of confinement in Pakistan jail. BNP Senior Joint Secretary General Rizvi Ahmed today said President Mohammad Abdul Hamid is holding the dialogue on the constitution of the Election Commission in order to materialize the political agenda of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. He said this while addressing a human chain in front of the National Press Club this morning.
এই সংলাপের নামে রাষ্ট্রপতি হকারগিরি করছেন, কারণ আলটিমেটলি যে নির্বাচন কমিশন গঠন হবে সেইখানে প্রধানমন্ত্রীর রাজনৈতিক ইচ্ছারই প্রতিফলন ঘটবে। তার আগে একটা তামাশা করে যাচ্ছে।
Thousands of Rohingya have been left homeless after a fire gutted parts of their refugee camp in southeastern Bangladesh. About 850,000 of the persecuted, mostly Muslim minority, many of whom escaped a 2017 military crackdown in Myanmar that the United Nations investigators concluded was executed with genocidal intent, live in a network of camps in Bangladesh's border district of Cox's Bazar. More than 500 houses were burned in the fire, said a policeman. The fire started at Camp 16 and raced through shelters made of bamboo and tarpaulin, leaving more than 5,000 people homeless, he said. At least 4 people were killed and another injured in a road accident at Bottoil, Dokhinpara area under Sodor Upazila in Kushtia this morning. All the victims were residents of different villages in the district. A police officer said that the accident took place on Kushtia-Jenaida highway at about 5 a.m. as a Jenaida-bound speedy truck hit a van carrying people from the opposite direction, leaving 4 passengers of the van dead and another injured on the spot. On information, a team of police recovered the bodies and sent them to Kushtia Sodor Hospital morgue for post-mortem examinations, the police officer said. In 3 separate road accidents, at least 5 people were killed in Chuadanga, Pabna and Chatpur today. Divers today recovered the bodies of 3 passengers, including a child, from the river Dholeshwari 6 days after a trawler capsized in the river off the coast of Naranganj Sodor Upazila. The divers from the local fire service retrieved 3 bodies from the river near Dharmoganj around 9 a.m., said a fire service officer. So far, 9 bodies were recovered and another passenger was still missing, the officer added. Earlier on January 5, the trawler with nearly 70 people on board overturned as Dhaka-bound passenger launch Farhan 6 hit it near Dharmoganj in Fotullah. While many passengers managed to swim to safety, at least 10 people went missing. Police detained 4 people, including the driver and master of the launch. At least 19 people, including 9 children, have died after a fire in a New York apartment building. Another 32 people were sent to hospital, several of whom are in a critical condition, according to New York Mayor Eric Adams. Fire Department Commissioner Daniel Negro said they had found victims on every floor of the 19-story block, saying the smoke was unprecedented. He told NBC News the death toll was the worst seen in New York for 30 years. It comes days after an apartment fire in Philadelphia killed 12, with 8 children among the dead. Sunday's fire broke out in an apartment that spans the 2nd and 3rd floors of the Bronx apartment block at about 11 a.m. local time, officials said. Some 200 firefighters were sent to tackle the blaze, which officials believe was sparked by a malfunctioning electric heater. Trent Bolt bagged 5 wickets as Bangladesh were rolled for 126 at stumps in reply to New Zealand's mammoth 521 for 6 declared in the 2nd test on Monday. The last wicket fell in the last over of the day in Christchurch as the Bangladesh innings ended inside a session and a half and 395 in arrears. The hosts must win the test to square the 2-match series after losing the first test by 8 wickets. They had made batting look easy after being sent in on a green wicket with opener Tom Latham in the middle for more than 9 hours for his 252, while Devon Conway added 109 and Tom Blundell was 57 not out. Before ending, let's have a look on the headlines once again. In-person classes in educational institutions to continue, says Deepamoni. PM pledges to change people's fate by materializing Bangabandhu's dream. 19 people, including 9 children, die as fire ravages New York apartment building. And that's all from the newsroom for now. To know updates, videos of this bulletin, visit our website www.ntvbd.com. Besides, visit our YouTube and verified Facebook page for updates over NTV's all popular programs and bulletins. Our next bulletin, Shondar Khabor, will be aired in Bangla at 7:30 p.m. Thank you for being with us. Have a good time.